Well, hello. We're live, and you are too. Thanks for joining us on Vacation Station TV, your virtual getaway. It is Friday night, and hopefully you are in a good mood because it's Friday and the work week is over. And you should all be kicking back at this point, right? Taking a break. Feel free to chat it up. I should have done, actually, I did video promos, but I forgot to put them up. I've been out busy all day today, right? The last couple of days. Been very busy. Oh, my goodness gracious. DJ, he's got the liquid blue wrench of and prosperity. And Shantae Cole Walker, hello. Thank you for joining us, Shantae. I appreciate that. Very good. Started off right off at the top, bottom 3/4 of the way into the hour. Sorry, just got in. Just walked in. David Fontaine, hello, David. How are you? And, I can't read. I need to expand that. Sherry Yates, hello. Snowed in at home in Middle Tennessee. We got a little snow today. A very little bit. Where we are, about 1/4 of an inch, maybe. Down in the valley, nothing really. And so after I dropped Her Majesty off, I continued up past Gatlinburg, and I went up toward Klingman's Dome up there. Wow, got some good video up there. Really good video. And I had turned around. I had reached a point where it was getting so cold that the car, instead of being in the normal temperature, in between hot and cold, it was going cold. And I noticed that the temperature was dropping. It was already 28, 27, it was going down 26. And the entire area was blanketed, once I reached a certain level, in just pure white. It was already snowed on. It was snowed, and it was lightly snowing. But the clouds were so thick and dense, I couldn't see in front of the car. Literally, the headlights were on. They were bouncing back at me from the clouds. So I said, well, this isn't good video. So I turned around. So I got what I could get, and it's pretty good. I think it's excellent video because it's so pretty up there once you leave the visitor center. See, if you get to the visitor center, there's a Y in the road. The visitor center would be here, and then you can go up to 441. You go to Cherokee and continue. But most of the time it's closed, especially when it snows, they close it. But today, maybe somebody fell asleep, but they left it open. So I quickly went in there. I mean, the worst that was going to happen, I had to wait till I come back down because they would have seen that I've gone up there. But a lot of people had gone up there. A lot of people. Ashley's World is with us as well. Larry Greenman, hi. Hi, Jeff. And how is everyone tonight? I guess we're okay. I think everybody is fine. Charlie Beauvais. How are you, Charlie? How are you, Jeff? Marie is fine. And like I said, we just walked through the door at 7:40, so I had very little time to prepare for this. But I got some good video. I think you'll like it. And I still got more that I'm still working on that I haven't put them up yet, so they're going to have to take precedence as I put them up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video of Marie and I going to the Asian supermarket. That was fun. I always enjoy going there, and I wanted to share that with you. And I know we shot one of those a year ago, but that's A, before we found our groove, and B, before I got the right camera equipment. So everything, it went well. And I always enjoy going there because it's always fun. Larry Greenman says, hello, Charlie. So what are you guys doing for this weekend, being it's Friday night? I mean, a lot of you snowed in. Some of you still experiencing pretty nasty weather. And I'm sorry about that. We're right on this line, this cusp of not getting it or getting it. And last night it was 44 degrees when I went to bed. And it was raining because it's been raining constantly for days. And I said, nothing's going to happen. But when I woke up this morning, it was already down around 31, 32. And the rain had turned to snow, sleety snow. And I said, it was good video weather for sure. So as soon as I got her done and out, I scooted up the mountains as fast as I could. And when I got back to the cabin, there was no more snow. It had disappeared. I've got my coffee. I just made a pot too. I've never been in that. You never been in that one? I try. It's really nice. I highly recommend. If you're coming up this way, you go to Knoxville. Go to that place. It's well worth just walking through. You don't have to buy anything. Just walk through it and check it out because it's just there's so much weird stuff. Most of it you can't read, but you can identify it by looking at it. And you go, okay, I think I know what that is and stuff. But a lot of it is either in Korean or Chinese or Japanese, and then English letters under it because they know that the market they're serving is the American market. So you get a balanced menu of things you could buy and things you could do with different ingredients. And stuff isn't going to kill you. I mean, some of the stuff's kind of weird, like the duck egg, the balut. There's no way. You saw that in the video. The balut. I'm not eating a baby duck. It's just not happening. No, I'm not. She eats them. She buys them. And quail eggs. There's a little tiny speckled quail egg. She eats them. If I want an egg, I get a chicken egg. I want something that comes out the chicken's butt. And I'm okay with that. Okay? I don't want a quail egg. To me, it's like I just robbed the quail's nest. And I feel bad. I mean, chickens, that's what they're there for. They're either for barbecuing or for deep frying or getting the eggs out of them. But birds? What are you going to have? Bacon and quail eggs? You know how many quail eggs you're going to need to make a eggs, bacon, and pancake? You need about 30 or 40 of those. Nah, that ain't going to happen. Ashley says Jim and I are good and upload new video. Oh, is it up already or are you uploading it? We have snow in Kentucky. Yeah, I'm sure all you guys got hit pretty hard. Texas especially. Man, they got hit. Shantae Cole Walker. Oh, it's such a perfect name. Such a beautiful Shantae. It just screams champagne or fine wine. Our cabin for the next week in the preserve. Oh, really? So you're going to be in Where'sville? You're going to be in a really nice place. That's our neck of the woods. Shantae, have you been up to Wares Valley before? We're snowed in, but should melt tomorrow. We're getting ready to head that way Sunday. Randy McGrew, hey, good to see you, my friend. You get a big wave and a thumbs up. Can't wait for the winter to be over. Warm air. It's coming, Charlie. It's coming. Won't be next week. It's going to be in the 50s up here. Beautiful weather. So Shantae, if you're leaving Sunday, you're going to be up here when the weather changes to a little bit warm. It's going to be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's uploaded already. Okay, I'll make sure I check it out. I haven't done much at all. In fact, I forgot the phone in the car last night and most of the day. And then I was checking on it. I go, where's my phone? Where's my phone? And I go, oh, it's in the car. It's probably dead. But it wasn't. It stayed charged all night. That was good. That's good. Shantae, just driving through their first time to stay. So at least you got to see how pretty it is there. Now, whereabouts are you staying in the Wares Valley area, up in the mountain area, or outside Wares Valley? Because there's that cool place that we just did a video on, the Smoky Mountain Ridge. Wow, that is so cool. Forever Friday. Hi, stop by to say hello. Hi, Mike. Hi, Karen. Good to see you. Check out their channel, Fridays Forever. Check it out. You guys do a great job. I saw that you posted another video. It was yesterday, maybe. I will watch it later on because today, after the show, I'm going to go down and do some more editing. But while I'm editing and waiting for things to upload, I'll check out your new video. But they do a good job. These are good people, Fridays Forever. They're good people. They're good homespun people. No BS, just good people. So check it out, Fridays Forever. And of course, check out Ashley's World and Randy. Randy, when's the new video coming up? I'm waiting. Hello. I'm waiting for the new video.
Forever.
Yep, you guys are here. I appreciate it. DJI says, hi, Fridays. How are you? Yeah, we're on YouTube tonight because it's just quicker and it's on and gone type of thing. And everybody's saying hi to you. Check them out. Good people. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Karen. Appreciate you coming on by. We're almost there, guys. Did you see that? We're at 9:41, I think, 9:42. 9:41 and 9:42. We're almost there. So if anybody hasn't subscribed yet, please subscribe to our channel if you're watching. And we're getting more views, and I'm happy about that. We're getting more views and more people are watching the channel, and I appreciate that. You have no idea the amount of time Marie and I put into making these videos silly and fun. Larry Greenman, there she is.
Hey, Larry.
Wave to the crew. Hello, there she is. Oh, Shantae says hi, Marie.
Hi, Marie. Hello, Shante.
Yeah, they can hear you. I got both mics on. Actually, this one and there's two. That's a stereo mic. I got two 1080p cameras, but I'm not going to switch back and forth.
Ashley.
Yeah, she just uploaded it. What's it about, Ash? Is it about Marie the cat? I'm hoping, fingers crossed. Marie the cat.
So Nathan is here. Charlie Bouvert is here.
Mm-hmm. DJI is here. Fridays Forever is here. Randy McGrew is here. Of course, Shantae. David's here.
David
Fontaine's here. So far, okay. It's not the busiest Friday night we've had. I'll tell you what, you guys at Fridays Forever.
Fridays Forever.
Man, you guys kick butt on your live shows. Mm-hmm. You guys just kick butt, and very good. When they do are you guys going to do a show tonight? I mean, the name kind of implies that Fridays Forever, Fridays Forever Live, Friday night. That would be kind of cool. But you guys, I mean, check. I mean, what do we get? You know, we get 150, maybe 200 views. They get somewhere in the 1,200 views or viewers during their live show. That's great, you guys, because you got something that people want. Obviously, nobody wants us. We all have our niche. It's niche. You know, I hate when somebody corrects it. Oh, it's niche. No, it's niche. This is America. And yeah, that's how we're going to call it. Marie the cat tomorrow night, and a video about me and my husband the next night. Good. That's what you should be doing, Ashley. Just your day in the life. Hopefully going live next week. There you go. You guys got it figured out. I watched your first one. I commented on that. You were a little fumbly, but I can remember when our first one was. Nothing was working. Nothing. Everything was because I didn't know what I was doing then. It's the first time I've gone live on YouTube. No, I used OBS. Stay away from OBS Studios or not StreamYard, but Stream something. Very complicated and very glitchy, and it doesn't work. If you do StreamYard or just do YouTube. YouTube seems to be the easiest. Once you got it set up, it's kind of like it's set up. They do a good job of that. I was watching Adventures with Dan. Was he live? I didn't know he does live.
Who?
Adventures with Dano. Maybe he's doing live now. That'd be good. He needs to do live.
Does he?
Yeah. And Shantae says we want. Well, thank you, Shantae. I appreciate that. At least somebody wants us. She was going to throw me over the bridge. Well, that's another video we just did. The sinks. Just did a really good video on the sinks, and we've done a lot of videos. It's just that I can only put up so many, and I'm not gonna get into that groove like I did for a while. I was doing 1 and 2 a day. That's grueling. I can't keep up with it because I spend too much time editing, and I like the editing.
The Adventures with Dano.
Dano is still live, so he's on right now. I can't break away, but Dano, if you're watching, hello. Jess, if you're watching, hello. Yeah, they're fun people.
Yes, actually, we did have a snow.
Yeah, we had snow, but nothing, Ash. Nothing really. It was a 1/4 inch here. But as soon as I got out, Gatlinburg had very little, about the same we had here because we're in the Wares Valley area. So it's about the same. We're at the same height. We're just down the street a piece. And but as soon as I started going up 411, climbing, that snow got much thicker, and it's really pretty up there. It's so pretty. I set the cruise control 25 to 28 miles an hour, somewhere in that vicinity. And as soon as a car came up behind me, I just pulled over. See, the pull-offs on those roads are not necessarily for your holiday snaps. They're there for that, but they're not just there for your holiday snaps. They're there for you to get out of the way that people want to get going. They know that you're a tourist and you're watching. You just pull over the side of the road, let the cars go by, and meander back out on the road. I did that about 20, 30 times today. Charlie says, everyone does good video, so keep up the good. Yeah, we all do different stuff. I find it's not competition for anybody. It's just we do what we're doing because we like doing what we're doing. You have ice. Yeah, we had. Honey, I can't hear. Honey, thank you. She's got Dano on, and it's going to be coming through, so you're going to get slap back audio. Adventures of Dano is on. She's checking out right now. Hi, Ozzy the Cockatoo. Hi. I'm glad you guys are on, too. Yeah, I'm glad all you guys. I'm glad. You got to check out. I wish Ozzy could go. You got to check out the new video I did on Knoxville. I show you the picture of the new Carm store. And I did that specifically for you, so you can see the new Carm store. It's really nice. It's really nice, really big and well proportioned. Ashley says, "Hi, Ozzy the Cockatoo. How you doing?" And Charlie Beauvais says, "Hi, Ashley." And Jim is going to talk to you too. Okay, that's fine. There's Jim. Hi, Jim. Good to see you. Maddie, you're gonna love the new Carm. It is so cool, so cool. What I like what they do is that they have some fine, and they do have a lot of fine furniture and fine things there. It's not Salvation Army stuff. Although Salvation Army sometimes has some nice stuff in there. This has a lot, especially in Knoxville. It's high end. It's the clothes there. If you're shopping for clothes, these are all New York designer clothes, Paris clothes. The ladies would love it there. Marie loves it there. I'm talking high end stuff at a fraction of the price what you would pay it at Ralph Lauren, stuff like that. Noel Baldwin. You should do a video on Smoky Mountain. I did one on Smoky Mountain Knife Works. If you go down you traveled down, and it was an extensive video with, if you haven't seen this, you really owe it to yourself. I interviewed the guy that owns the Relic Room. His name escapes me, but I did a really good in-depth video with him. And I love the Relic Room. That's one of the first places I go at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I go downstairs to the Relic Room. Of course, I go to all the rooms and check everything out. And I did that on the video, but I also added an interview with him. And he's got an unusual name. But check it out. Go down our playlist, and you'll see Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Now, it's fairly early in our career, but it's a good video. And it shows everything that they have there. And that's a place to go. If you're coming up here, another place is a must on your list. Probably the 9th wonder of the world is the Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Very cool place indeed. Ozzy says, eating some China. Oh, good. Did you see the new Chinese video, Asian video we did? She brought home a bunch of stuff. That's when I took a nap before I picked her up. I just fell asleep, and I didn't tell her this, but I had a dream about shou pao. Shou pao is a bun about the size of your hand, and it's filled with all different tasty meats and stuff. Really delicious. I don't know why I had a dream of that, but she eats them all the time. And Ashley said I cook homemade vegetable soup. Oh, that sounds good, Ash. I love homemade vegetables. I like any type of good soups. Ozzy the Cockatoo. Guess Ozzy. Oh, he went to sleep. He was tired. He's a rock star. He's got that rock star life. Partying all night, sleeping all day. Fridays forever. Yeah, guess he's in bed. Love the store, the Knife Works. Yeah, a lot of people go there. Ashley Rose says, Jeff, Jim and I are going to eat dinner, so I'll talk to you guys after we get. Okay, I'll be here for a while. Larry Greenman, hi Fridays forever. Ozzy says, hi Fridays forever. Just put him to bed. Yeah, I kind of figured that. He's got to get his sleep. I mean, he's a busy man. He's gonna be rocking out tonight, later on. DC Vlogs, hello, DC Vlogs, LSU, go Tigers. And Fridays Forever says, hi, Larry Greenman. So, Mike, where you guys kind of follow a pattern of checking out everything around here. Sometime we need to get together, do a collab, do video together. I'd love to do that. I would be honored to get with you guys, and we'll do some silly videos somewhere. The four of us will go do something silly, stupid. And I think we'll have a lot of fun doing that. Whenever you're ready, if you're interested, you can always get a hold of me with my email address on here. Jim Ratliff's, I eat too much sometimes. Don't we all, Jim? Don't we all? I've curbed considerably. Now that I'm past the holidays, I'm now trimming off all the holiday fat that I put on. Well, she likes to cook, and she cooks good. And I cook, and I think I cook good. But the problem is we both cook. So then there's a lot of food. Charlie says, does Marie drive? No, no, that's the human carnage, Charlie. The the humanities. There literally would be, I would know where she is. I wouldn't have to use a phone or a low jack or anything. Just follow the plumes of smoke as they rise in the air to the leaden sky as she's driving, let's say up to Gatlinburg. You'll hear, and then a mile. Those are all the people that she's run off the road and they've exploded in flames. No, you don't want that. You really don't want an Asian driving these mountain roads. They're scary. I've seen her stop on 75, and this was in Florida, stop on the highway and wasn't sure if she was going to turn around. And there's nowhere to turn around as a guardrail, but she didn't want to go that way. So she stopped. Scary. Very scary. We're coming up in April. Hope to meet. Yes, we're planning the way it loosely fits because I'm a little scared. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Is that the car show is only going to be 3 days, 17, 18, 19. And that means it's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And of course, I'll be out all the week of and getting video from Sunday right through Sunday, as I always do. But it's not going to be like last year where they were back to back. So that literally, it's kind of like blended. It morphed. The two shows kind of went together. I thought it was great. 2 weeks of nonstop silliness and rods and classics. But it's going to be a 3-day event. And I want to get together with you guys, but I definitely don't want to miss out on the video. So I was thinking the best time to get together would be on a Friday, because most of you will be up by Friday, I'm sure. Because Saturday I'm going to be pedal to the metal videotaping from morning till night. And I doubt I'll take a break on Saturday at all. I have to get the video if it's only going to be 3 days. So I'll start out when the sun comes up, and I won't stop until after the sun goes down, because on Saturday night it's crazy. So, and we could always meet up Saturday night as well in some central location. But Friday maybe during the day for lunch, and then Saturday night just sit around and hang around. I'll get some video, but I usually just sit around and I enjoy the nights because the silly people come out. And it's fun, and you'll have fun too. Trust me on this. Bring chairs, bring the fold-out chairs. Bring chairs, and you just kind of park them in the street somewhere. You park them wherever you're going to. That's what people do. So don't forget, bring chairs. I'd love to meet you guys too. Mike and Karen, good people, fun. Karen's so sweet. She's so Southern. She's just so Southern, and I like that. It's just so sweet. And then I deal with the Asian. Where it's two different worlds. Two different worlds. We come from two different worlds. Gotta run. Good night. Thank you for stopping in. All right. We'll see you soon. And I'll check out the video and keep checking ours out and check out everyone else's. It's important. It's important. We back each other up all the time, no matter what. You know what I mean? No matter what. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, Charlie, can't wait to meet all you guys. Ozzy the Cocktail coming up on April 1st. Can't wait to meet Ozzy. I want to get a picture of Ozzy. I'll be putting that on my probably in one of my intros. I love doing the intros. Excuse me, sinuses tonight. I love doing the different intros. I get comments on from you guys. Thank you. They're different, aren't they? They're very different, and that's what I strive to be, is really different. Often imitated, but never duplicated. Let's see. About the Smokies. Bob. Hey, Jeff, check your email. Oh, okay. Should I check my email? I haven't checked in quite a while. All right, I will do that. All right, I'll check my email. I'll do that, Bob. I told you I left my phone in the car last night and it was in there all day today. I don't really check it much. I'm always doing something, and the phone is like, because my sister says, I tried to call you and you never answer. I go, because I don't have the phone here. I don't hear it. Bob says hi. And Charlie says, good Fridays forever. Time Rod Run. Yeah, I can't wait that. And then, of course, Shades of the Past. I love the classics. I really love the classics. I'm looking for my 33 LaSalle. I'll have to build a garage if I come home and surprise Marie. Look what I just got. It was on sale. They had a BOGO. Walmart had a BOGO. Buy one, get one. You get a 33 LaSalle, and you get another 33 LaSalle, and a set of divorce papers. Yeah, yeah. Charlie, love the music. Yeah, thank you. When I came across that song, I knew it the first 10 seconds I listened to it. That was the new intro song. And it's a really interesting tune. Got a good backbeat to it, 120 beats a minute. And so, it's dun, dun, dun. So I can snap and edit the pictures to the beat. And if you look at it, you'll see that every down beat, every third down beat, there's a picture change on the mark, on the edit mark. You know how hard it is to stretch out a video to the point where the drumstick comes up and then heads down? How long that takes. And then I put in the clips of the music and the video, and then I change them and distort them. I really put my computer to the test and the programs I'm using. I'm using 2 different programs at the same time, and I meld them together, and the computer gets a little freaky sometimes. It goes like, what's going on? David, how the kids? How's Jenny doing? She feeling good? Everything is cool? How's your foot? Foot okay? I hope so. Started TikTok. It's so easy. I'm surprised you didn't do that before. I really am. I'm surprised you didn't do that before. It's so you and Ozzy. I think you'll get some real traction with TikTok by putting Ozzy on there. I think you do, because it's real on and gone, super on and gone. They're wonderful. It's all well, thank you. Okay, good. I'm glad, because I know for a while there things were a little shaky, and with your foot being out, that's not good. That's not good at all. Got to keep you working. Charlie says, "Great work, old car Jeff." Thank you. I spend so many hours down there, and I call it the dungeon. And I'm going down to the dungeon now, honey. And she won't see me for hours. And I entertain myself, and it's fun. I just like doing it. And I scrub a lot of them. I'll get through them, and I go, it just wasn't snappy enough. It's just not snappy. And so I delete it, and I start all over again. Ozzy the Cockatoo, 700 followers in 1 week. Wow. Much easier than you did. Wow. That's really good. And is it all about the Oz? Is that what you're doing? The Oz man. I should be doing TikTok, but I don't have. I mean, I could get Rosie. I could put a tutu on Rosie, or probably be easier to put a tutu on me and dance with the bear. Oh, goodness gracious. But good. Congratulations. I always knew you would do well on that. You got a built-in money machine right there. So you got to buy him the expensive stuff. You got to get, you got to treat him like a rock star, or it's all going to go to hell in a handbasket. What am I missing here? Yeah, the cockatoo is really pretty. There was something about the cockatoo. I can't remember. And it happened the other day, and I said, I won't forget. No, I forget. As you get old, you forget everything. I hate that. Yeah, Mr. Ozzy's channel. Is that what it's called? Mr. Ozzy's channel? That's great. It's that is really what YouTube Shorts is designing itself about. It's designing itself for TikTok, because they saw the momentum that's there and the amount of advertising revenue that is generated through TikTok. So you'll make them money, and you eventually will make money. Right now you can't make money on it, but the benefit is you can get people coming on over to YouTube, and that's where the money is going to be made. YouTube is going to be making some changes soon, and you will be able to make money on shorts. It's in the works. It's just going to take a little time. Be patient. They'll work for everybody eventually. I'm just focusing on one thing, getting my 1,000, and then from there I could back off and start working on other projects that I can't do until I reach this milestone. Once I go there, then I can move forward. Charlie says, you got some pictures of your car. Yes. You put some of them up. excuse me, some of them are on the intros, but I'll add some more of them. I even found a picture which I've been hunting for a very long time. I had, this is when I had all my Chevys and stuff like that. I came across this guy, kind of knew him, but wasn't friends or anything with him. But I knew what he drove around town, and I said, "Man, I want that car. I want that car." And it was a 1959 Mercedes 190D diesel, and it was in really good shape, all original. It just ran beautifully, and the click and it sounds real like a sewing machine. And I approached the guy, and he needed money. I found out that this guy, Kenny was his first name, and he needed some money. He was going through probably a divorce at that time, this and that. And I offered some ridiculous, I think I offered him $300 for it. My memory seems locked on that number, and I got it. Yeah, it was $300. And I took it home, I shined it up and stuff. And that thing ran so good. I don't know what I did with it. I thought about that the other night. I go, what did I do with that Mercedes? I can't remember. I don't know if I gave it away or what. I can't remember because I had so many cars. I go, what did I do with the Mercedes? I don't remember. Ozzy the Cocktail Man says you can now get monetized on TikTok. I guess that's something new. I guess you got to have your certain amount of numbers and all that. I like it because you can add whatever music you want to it. TikTok, yeah, because it's Chinese. It's all right there in one place. And Marie, well, check it out. Because I was on TikTok for a while, but it didn't entertain me because it was mostly kids doing kids stuff. And I'm going, what's the old perverted man doing in the kids thing? And I felt really weird. I'm going, I shouldn't be, this is not the right place for me. But now I've noticed as they're running a lot of commercials, like there's a lot of people on there. It's everybody now. It's finally, it's growing. It was embryonic for a while, but it was mostly kids dancing and stuff. I'm not going to dance to anything. I'm not going to dance at all. Yeah, you do, Jeff. You can get it. Okay. There's some of my earlier videos. You'll see the 38 and the 39, the 46, the 47, 53. They're in it, but because you asked, Charlie, I will insert them in some of my intros, so you'll see them. And you can always still the frame. When you're watching, you just still it, and then you could look at the car. And they were all. The 39 was all original. 39 four-door Master Deluxe, all original. Got it out of, it was in Tampa or Tampa. It was in Tampa, and I got that there and picked it up for $1,000 cash. $1,000, and it ran. All I had to do was jump it. I had a 6-volt battery with me in the car, and put the cables on. Things started right up. And the lady said it belonged to her grandfather and had been sitting in the garage for years, just sitting there. And I had to pump up the tires and stuff like that. Once I got it home, I changed all the tires and everything like that. But hi, Ashley. And the 46 DeSoto was the real gem that I found. I'm sorry, the 49 Oldsmobile. That was the gem I found in St. Petersburg. It was in the newspaper, the New York Times, and it was under old cars. Those are the little ads. They're only about that long, an inch, 2 inches long. And it said 49 Oldsmobile, as is, $1,000. I had the money. And I said, let me go see it. And I called up, made arrangements, pulled up. It was at an older house in the older section of St. Petersburg where the houses are kind of small, like bungalows, and then the old style garage that the doors would open. So we're talking 40s or 50s, 1940s, 1950s. And I saw the back end of the car sticking out. And I'm going, damn, that thing is long. Because it didn't fit in the garage. It was I could see to the front, and the front was to the front. And the back was sticking out by 4 feet. And I'm going, okay, the back I said, this thing's sticking out, and the back looks that good? I said, it's probably all destroyed in the front, or rats ate the inside. And the lady came out. It was the daughter of her father had passed away. And she said, Dad drove this every day, almost till he died. And he was a some high-ranking official in the Air Force, a colonel or major, something like that. And he said, "Oh, he drove it all the time, almost every day, until he couldn't drive anymore." I said, "Really?" Because here the keys are probably in it, and then see what you think. So it started right up, and I backed it out, hit back out carefully because it was like almost touching the walls of the garage. I pulled it out and I go, "Please don't hit anything. Please don't hit anything." I pulled it out. That thing had a shine on it. The car had a shine. And it had just a regular black wall tires, but the inside had the seat covers, the original seat covers, because I was going through the glove compartment. And the receipt was there for those original seat covers, 1949. The car had those on it from 1949. And it was the car was flawless. The rubber mats were flawless. The guy took really good care of it. And you probably heard this story, but I'll try to make this as short as I can. So she had said, but Dad was saying, while he was in the nursing home and he was passing away, he kept saying to my husband and I that there's money in the car. There's money in the car. We've looked all over for the money. There's no money in the car. He was out of his mind, the crazy old man, all that stuff. Well, lo and behold, long story short, I decided after having it for about 2 years and driving it all over the place, and it just never broke down. The thing was flawlessly beautiful, smooth. I said, I want to take the seat covers off, and I want to enjoy the car because it had the mohair interior, a green mohair, a emerald green or a dark forest green material with patterns on the back. And I said, okay, I'm going to check this out. So I took them off, and there it was. In the back seat behind the driver was an envelope with $500, 5 crisp $100 bills from 1949. So in memory of Mr. Ferguson, was his name, Colonel, I think it was Colonel, no, Major. It was Major Ferguson, yeah. I went out and bought tires, gangster white wall tires for the car, GWs, the big 4-inch white walls, and put them on there. And I thanked them, wished them well, and rest in peace. Your car is in good hands. It was a wonderful car. It had the sun visor. You'll see, Charlie, you'll see the pictures. I don't remember, model 90 maybe. It was the big 4-door hardtop, the big 4-door hardtop with a trunk, humpback trunk, and had the radio. Of course, they didn't have FM. Was AM and had all the bells and whistles. The guy bought the top of the line of the Oldsmobile. And he kept really good care of it, and I thanked him for that many, many times. Everything worked. I just had to change the oil and the filter all the time. That was it, and the plugs, and I did that religiously. Do you know if Ozzy says? Do you know if people do well selling at the flea market up there? Yeah, they do okay from what I can see. You have to do it during season. Out of season, it kind of is sparse, but during season, the place is a zoo. The one that's right at 40, the exit 407, it's right there at the corner. I forget what they call it, like Hillbilly Flea Market or something. It's very crowded and lots of business, lots and lots of business. The other flea markets, not so good. The other ones that are further into Sevierville, they get people, but they're mostly looky-loos. Because I used to go there all the time, and I'd see the same old men walking with their hands in their pants. You know, you can always tell a buyer. If their hands are in the pants, they're not going to spend a dime because they're holding onto their money. And you see them in there, they're just walking around meandering, sucking up air conditioning. And they do it all the time. And they just wander around aimlessly like zombies. So stay out of there. Oh, yeah, it was a treat, Charlie. I mean, the stories go on and on and on, but that was really one of my favorite cars. I wound up selling it to a car dealer, an Oldsmobile car dealer. And they put it in their showroom for years. It was flawless, just wash it and wax it. It was flawless. You go under the hood, there was no dirt under that hood anywhere. He was so meticulous. And I did the same thing. So they were very proud to buy it from me, very honored, and they paid the price. Your opinion? I have a lot of opinion. 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner, beep, beep, nice car, fast car, beautiful car, highly desirable car. It's kind of weird because it was really one of the inexpensive cars during 1970s. Remember that? They were in league with the Charger at that time. The Roadrunner, their competition was the Dodge Charger, and similar body style to some degree. You know, they're all doing that, what is that, Dukes of Hazzard style cars in those days. And the Roadrunners really ran hard to find. And especially if you get the high-end one. they did a couple of years of some really cool ones. You get them; those are that's a money machine for you. Roadrunner, sweet, yeah, absolutely. So Ozzy is on the TikTok. Yeah, Ozzy's a TikTok star. He's really going to the top. I can see a mansion in his future. I see Ozzy in a large, a large Gatsby style mansion, strutting around with a cigarette holder with a cigarette way at the other end, and one eye, a monocle, just walking around telling everybody what idiots they are and do this and do that. I could see him doing that. He's a rock star. I can see that. Cindy Reverman, hi. And she said hi to Marie. You watching? Cindy. Thank you, Cindy, for joining us tonight. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. But I just wasn't convinced that I was going to spend all that money, because when I added it up, it would be about $500 to $600. And then for any of the accessories that I would need, you're close to $1,000. And I said, "There's no way. I don't need that much. I'm not trying to keep up with anybody." So I went and priced a brand new 8, and I got a really good deal on it. A really good deal, brand new in the box, sealed, factory sealed, and all that stuff, and got some accessories with it, and that's fine. It'll do the job. It'll do the job. Larry Greenman, good night, sir. You have a good night. You take care of yourself. Ozzy said, too funny. Yes, I could see him strutting around, because he struts now. And when you yell at him to stop, boy, he lets you know that he's not going to stop. He's going to do what he wants to do, because I am Ozzy the Cockatoo. I'm pulling in the money. I call the shots. Ozzy says, Amanda says hi.
Bye.
Hi, not bye.
Hi,
Hi.
Amanda.
Pay attention. Pay attention to your people. Oh, yes, of course. Lots of stuff at Carl. I can't let I go in there with the intention to look for certain things. You know how I am. I'm looking for either GoPro stuff or something. We go in there. The back of the car is full. I got to rent a U-Haul on the way home, and we got to rent a storage unit. She loves a lot of stuff, and she had a lot of bags there too, man. A lot of real high-end bags, and the women's clothes. I picked out something for her. I was just walking down one of the aisles, and I saw that beautiful white dress. Really beautiful, pleated, all hand, really quality New York dress. It's not Walmart, and it just happened to fit her perfectly. And of course, at that point, it was a done deal, so it was going in the cart, and a lot of other stuff. But there's a lot of cool stuff there. They have a lot of tools that you don't see, a lot of outdoor equipment there, lots of crockery and antiques and furniture, and the cooking section is really cool too. They have a lot of stuff there. I'm going through it in my head. Nice furniture. And then they got, of course, beds and bed frames. And the bed frames, a lot of them are really nice. They got the single, queen, the king, all the hand-carved stuff that people move or they don't want anymore. And there's nothing wrong with this stuff. Why pay top dollar when you get it for less? As soon as you buy it out of the store, it's used anyway. As long as it wasn't in a murder, Angel L. Marin Jr. That's a lot to say. You fit that all on your license, all that? Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Another beautiful Friday live. Thank you. Thank you, Angel. Yeah, it's beautiful out. It went from 44 to 45 last night, which was nice. It was raining, so it was down to about 31, 32 when I got up this morning, and snowing. It started snowing while I was making coffee, because it was still like hazy, drizzly. And then by the time I finished making the coffee and I go outside, sit, it was snowing, and it was thick, heavy snow coming down. And I go, wow, what's going on here? And I looked at the thermometer, and I said, it's cooling down quick. And so I said, got to get the equipment. Got to run downstairs, plugged everything back in, make sure everything was ready to go. And went out driving around today. I enjoy myself. Drive by myself, I love, because I'm the only one who will listen to me without telling me to shut up. But I often tell myself to shut up a lot. Yes, the new Carm was one. We stopped at 3 Carms. Mm-hmm. 3 different Carms. And one was a little messy. And I told the guy at the new place, I said, listen, we had to leave because they're not taking care of this one over here, which we used to come to all the time. I couldn't find anything because it was all mixed up. Things were all messed up. I didn't like that at all. And he goes, okay, I'll take care of that. So probably somebody got fired. But when I go in there, I want to go down an aisle and find what I'm looking for. It's like a store. I want to go, if I'm going down the crockery aisle, I want to see crockery. I don't want to see men's underwear where the crockery is. Definitely going to have the check. Yeah, you've got to. You really need to take time to go up there. It's worth it. Even if you do the one in Sevierville, even if you just go up the street, because you're going to be right there, just go to that one up the street. You'll be very impressed.
Isn't it the one up the street? It's what, second largest?
Second largest. The one in Sevierville is the second largest carm out of all of their fleet of carms. The new one is the largest one. They took an old Food Lion. Food Lion is like a Publix or Winn-Dixie. And so you can imagine how big that is. And then they filled it with aisles and aisles, just like it would be a grocery store, only it's got antiques and collectibles and crystal and all sorts of cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff at a fraction of the price. Sound like a commercial, don't I? Mm-hmm. It's been raining in Ocala all day. Angel, yes. That's I every once in a while think about Ocala because I love the.
So Angel is from Ocala?
Oh, from Ocala. Yep.
A lot of horses in there.
Yeah, I love the horse country up there. That was one of the reasons why I moved up there, because I had horses at the time. And I really, Ocala is just a beautiful place. Anybody, if you're going to Florida and you're heading that way, maybe going to Disney, stop off at the Ocala exit, the Gainesville-Ocala exit. The Gainesville has 4 exits, and Ocala has 2 or 3. Angel, 2 or 3. It's been so long since I've been there. But I know they have different ones. One is the industrial section, one is more of the residential section, then one is downtown Ocala. I want to go to downtown Ocala. A beautiful, beautiful town. I hope it still is. I hope it's still, because it was beautiful when I was there. Doug. Sid Botten. Oh, Doug, am I pronouncing your name right? Sid Botten or Bolton? Sid Bolton or Sid Botten? Supposed to be 7 in West Tennessee tonight. Good for you. So you should be, 7 degrees. No. Really? Is that what you're trying to say? Is it that cold outside?
Mm-hmm. I would agree with Amanda. You know, she said that the thrift store in her place is cheaper than the one here.
Well, you got to deal with the tourists. You got to put that in consideration, that where you live is not necessarily a tourist area. Here they're going to jack up some of the stuff, but I have found some great bargains. For instance, this boom here, which is an expandable boom, goes up and all different things. I think I got it for $12, $10 or $12. The boom that the camera's on, I did get it for $9.99. So, and I'm talking, these are professional booms. These are not Chinese booms. These are professional musician booms. Long O, Sim Bolton. Okay, very good. Sid Bolton. It's a cool name, different name. Sid Bolton. I got it. 4 exits. Ocala has 4 exits. I knew it had several exits because I used to go to to Gainesville all the time. And every once in a while I get off the wrong exit. Wrong exit. I got to make a loop, go back on. 7 degrees. Ouch. And that's going to be in the west side. Now while that side was getting the cold weather, we were getting the warm weather. That the cold in the front were passing each other right in the middle of Tennessee. And we're just over that line. It teetered a little bit back and forth, but we didn't get that cold weather or that snow that you guys got. That's why I need to open shop there. You should think about it, man. You really should think it's.
That's a good idea, Amanda.
Yes, I'd call it Ozzy's. Just call it Ozzy's. Nothing else. Just Ozzy's. The name is easy to remember. People go, you going to Ozzy's? Oh, what's that? Oh, you got to go to Ozzy's. If you haven't been to Ozzy's, you haven't lived. It's like a donkey ride to heaven going to Ozzy's. And you should think about it. And you do well, because even these little, now you got to remember too, there's a lot of little thrift stores that I haunt as well, not just Carm. There's a lot of little thrift stores, and they're doing well. And these are Ma-Pa. They're going into the some of the strip malls that people haven't rented their spaces, and they're just filling them up with stuff, and people going in and buying, and their prices are really cheap. Just the bigger ones like Carm or Salvation Army. Salvation Army got a little out of hand. They were starting to really charge, so I don't even visit them anymore. But there's a lot of them around here. Yeah, that would be a wise idea if you're considering moving up here. That'd be a great way to keep you busy because you can't trust. I know it's nice to have a good YouTube channel that's making money, but it's here today, gone tomorrow. You know how the people are in YouTube. They're there today, and then something else distracts them, and you could lose your viewership overnight. So I wouldn't depend on paying the rent check or mortgage payment or anything on my YouTube's doing good. How do you know it's going to be doing good next year? You don't. You know, it happened overnight, and it could end overnight. So you've got to plan ahead. Plan ahead. Always. Always. Plan your plan your dive your plan. I've survived all these years by doing that. Right, my love? You want some coffee? She wants some of my coffee because it's better. If I make 2 cups of coffee at exactly the same time, exactly the same way, my coffee's better than hers, she said. And I proved her wrong, but she doesn't know. I've switched them around before. And I go, well, how do you like my coffee? Oh, it's so much better than mine. I go, I just switched your cup. It's the same cup. Yeah, but everything's so expensive. Well, define expensive. What is expensive? Housing, living, depends on where you live. It's really not expensive to live here if you live in the different areas. Charlie says, those folks in Texas need wood stove. Yeah, they didn't plan. You know, Texas can get cold sometimes. You know, Texas, is right next to the desert and stuff. Overnight, things get cold. But you see, they go so many years without any problems weather-wise. They don't think about it when it happens. And they go, oh, the government's got to help me. You got to help me. No, you should have helped yourself. Should have thought about that. Should have got propane heat or a portable one, or put one in the basement, a Generac or something like that, and plan. Woodson, yeah, most people our age, Charlie, we're used to wood stoves and things like that, and it's not an issue. So Salvation Army here has 49 cents every Saturday. I haven't been to a Salvation Army here in a while. I don't know if they still do 49 cents. I do not know. But I can tell you that when I was in like in Ocala or Tampa and those places there, and I went and I haunted all those places like Salvation Army, yeah, I could take advantage of those special days they had, but they didn't always have the cool stuff. They had a lot of stuff, and you had to kind of filter through a lot of junk to get to the good stuff. But up here, there's a lot of good stuff, and you got to get through the good stuff to get to the really good stuff. And it's a little bit higher, but you could still make a profit on it. I'm sure of it. Cindy, thank you very much. See you next time too. Thank you. Be good, be safe, and wherever it is you're living, just be safe. And thank you for joining us. And we'll do it on Sunday. Don't forget, we do it on Sunday. I kind of wrap up the week with what's happening and what has happened. And thanks again. Bye. Ozzy, I'm not monetized, so no worries. eBay is my bread and butter. Yeah, I've always known that. And you're on the ball there because you cannot depend. For people that are putting all their eggs in one basket and hoping that YouTube's going to get them through forever, you really need to rethink that. You have a backup plan. You have a B plan, because this could all go out tomorrow. They could all of a sudden, don't think it won't happen, all of a sudden they could start charging you. You've been doing it for free for how many years? A lot of you. They can all of a sudden put a fee on this thing and put you out of business on YouTube, charge you to do this. All they have to do is say, starting on such and such a day, we're going to charge you $49 a month to do these live things. You want to see how quick these live things go off the air? Because no, people are going to pay money to do this when it's free. Once it's for free, it has no value. So people will see no value in it unless they're really making a lot of money in YouTube, and they can say, all right, I could offset that as an expense somewhere. But if you're not, and you're just getting through, you're just starting up, you're going to back right off. You're going to open up the whole avenue for a lot of people.
Doug said, I think Rumble is the future.
Rumble, yeah, I hear a lot of rumbling, but it's another
Instead of YouTube, it's called Rumble.
It's not like YouTube. Rumble's another platform. I'll have to look into it more and find out what it is, but it could take off, and that's all it's going to take is to have something to go up against YouTube, and then the market is going to get silly because then people are going to start leaving, jumping ship here, and go over to another place where they can make money, especially if there's an opportunity to make money easier. Dan the Mountain Man says, hi, Jeff and Marie. Thank you. Hi to you, Dan. You going to do a show tonight? You had a good show last week. I was on quite a while. But Dan, I was on quite a while. Tonight, I gotta get some editing done, or I'm going to fall behind. I know I'm going to fall behind because I'm already in my mind. I'm 2 days behind what I should be, and that's not good. Because then I'll be up all night panicking and worrying about it because I keep a flow going. Of course, we lost a really good broadcaster yesterday or the day before yesterday. Rush Limbaugh passed away. I don't know if you knew that or not. A great broadcaster, an icon in the world of broadcasting. And he's one of the people that I had on one of my radio stations early on, 1988 and 89, before he launched. And I was all the writing on the wall that conservative talk was going to be the new thing in radio. And I had turned my station from music at that time. I was playing top 40 on one station, and turned it and made it all news talk. And it was the best decision I ever made. Made some stupid decisions along the way before I got there, but that was the one. That was the cash cow. Hi, Dan from Virginia, Mr. Man. Charlie Beauvais, Mountain Man. Yeah, that's the guy, Dan. Yeah, Dan's he's fun to watch, especially when he's cooking and stuff. And I saw you did the Oreos the other day, and I was wondering how you were going to take those. Now, I haven't had those yet. I haven't had it, but they look good. And I was watching your face because I was waiting to see if you were going to go sour or you were going to get smiley. And you went smiley. They were good, surprisingly. And that's good. You know, I like those when you do those shows. David Fontaine says, anytime I was in the car with my grandparents as a child, they were listening to Rush Limbaugh. And that's got to be back. He started in the 80s and launched out of Sacramento and then became very famous after that. And he was nationwide. And, he just told it the way it was. And a very conservative man, very humble man. And he did a good show because his stuff was truth. And the thing was, he always backed it up with documentations that you could check and get it for yourself. Not like some of these other talking head bozos that just spout stuff and it's not true. And there's no way for you to back it up unless you stop and record their show and sift through their information, try to figure out what they're saying. When he was on, he would say, I got this from AP. And I subscribed to AP, The Wire, and UPI, and these were the newscast wires that would come to teletypes in my office, and they'd be clicking out stuff all day, so I could verify anything that he's saying. It came out from the AP wire or from the UPI wire, and he's always right on. 80s, yeah.
Is Rush Limbaugh like the one that's going on right now?
Who?
I don't know his name. The bold.
There's nobody like Rush. There's nobody he's a one of a kind.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of talk show hosts out there, yes. There's a lot of radio talk show. And a lot of these guys that are on now, including myself when I was on, well, I modeled kind of myself after him because if you watched him, and Dan, I don't know if you watch him or not, but David does. David, when your grandparents were watching, that was the time he was doing silly stuff, right? Because when he first started out, and I signed on with him, with his service, and he would do bits all through his show. He did comedy bits. And what happened is they dropped off after a while because he became political. And the funny stuff dropped off, and he became just 100% dyed in the wool political talk show. And I kept my comedy stuff because I used similar services that he used, comedy services that we would use. And he he would do serious stuff and then a comedy bit, and the comedy bit would be related to what he was talking about, so they go hand in hand. Like if a lot of stuff was during the Clinton years, and he would have bits or songs or parodies about what he just talked about, and it was a very expensive service, but it was very pertinent to what was happening in that time and day, and that's why he became very, very successful. That's why I got semi-successful. I didn't go anywhere near him. David says, Charlie, you can see his cave. Yeah, you can see the Nerd Cave, which is quite funny. The Nerd Cave is cool. It's the neatest place. You could do an operation in David's Nerd Cave. It is so clean. Neurosurgeons are contracting him to do brain surgery in his Nerd Cave. It's so clean. Rush will be missed. Even the people who don't like him owe a lot to him. Yeah, they really do, because a voice of reason is gone. And now they'll try to fill the void because they're keeping the EIB network on, Excellence in Broadcasting. And they'll still call it the Rush Limbaugh Show, but they'll have guests to keep people coming in and talking. But nobody's going to meet his caliber of knowledge and awareness of what's going on in the world of politics. It's very hard to do what he does. Dave says, I have a cave video tour. If you should go see it, Charlie. It's worth seeing. I think it is. Miss Rush and Art Bell. Yeah, Art Bell. I used to carry Art Bell. I carried Alex Jones and Michael Savage and a whole bunch of other talk show people. And it's I enjoyed listening to them because they were all conservative and they were all just, their heads were screwed on right. Their heads weren't up their butt. Their heads were screwed on tight, and they were talking sense. Whereas all you have to do is just move the dial either left or right of my stations, and you would hear the crazy nonsense that was going on, the real crazy stuff. And it, I didn't subscribe to that mentality of stupidity. I was never, I listened for a while to Stern, but Stern was shock, and his money was made on sex and blue humor. You guys call it green humor, right? Green.
Yeah,
call it green.
The sex jokes.
Sex jokes and stuff like that, or doing stuff that was, just degrading females. It was always something nasty. And people go, you should be more like Stern. No. I could do my job without having to have somebody do something stupid in my studio. Just never. And he's nowhere. I mean, he's made a lot of money and stuff, but it's not my cup of tea. It just wasn't. Not at all. Some people just, they like that shock jock stuff and never got off on it. Stern has gone off the deep end with the rest of the celebrities with TDS. You're right.
TDS.
Is that the Turner Broadcasting? Or she said, type David and ask him what. Middle of the thought, and I got to figure out, all right, TDS. Oh, God. Doing radio during the times that I did, and I started in the 80s, 81, I started radio and went for 35 years on that and learned a lot and did a lot and very happy about that. No regrets in the radio world at all. Yeah, you're right, Charlie. The guy's yuck. I never... Trump derangement syndrome. Thank you, David. Trump derangement syndrome. TDS. Okay. Yeah, there's too many people. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate that. Too many people still hating Trump. But you want to know something? They're going to be hating the current one real soon. I went out and got gas. I think it was yesterday. No, it was yesterday. And for regular, it was $3.79 already up here. $3.79 a gallon. It was just $2.14 and $2.19 a couple of weeks back. You see where it's going, right? This is just
so what's going to happen now before the red run?
Oh, it doesn't really matter. The gas will be $5-10 a gallon, and people will still come up. But Don't say I didn't tell you so, because not only me, but a billion other people said, what is going through your head? Because you don't like somebody tweeting, you're going to let this guy in and do what he's doing? Yeah, you wait till you see how overrun we're going to be in the next year. You are not going to be happy. In your neck of the woods, you are not going to be happy. But I'm tucked away here with my wife in the mountains, and I'm very happy about that. We don't have to worry about it. We're prepared. We're prepared to go down with the ship. Ah, yeah, I know what you mean, Charlie. It's only going to get worse. You've got 3+ years of lunacy going on, and it's just beginning. Ozzy, I went up to.
It went up.
It went up 40 cents in South Carolina. You should consider that good. Consider that good because it jumped up really high up here, and it's going up even more. Normally, I use high test, and high test was, I want to say, $3.90 something, almost $4. And I said, I'm not ready. Yeah, bad people, Charlie, bad people. These a lot of these lefters, these real whack, not necessarily Democrats, but the left, the wackos. These people were born from hell. These people are truly evil, and they need to be sent back to hell because they really want to destroy what's good, because that's their motive. That's what they've been taught in our schools, that socialism is the way to go. The government is your best friend and only friend, and there's nothing you could do but change things. And the only way you change things, if you've got kids, you talk to your school board and you say, get that stuff out of you, get that teacher out of here, or I'm taking my kid out of school. If more parents did homeschooling like David Fontaine, we wouldn't have screwed up kids, because the schools would close down. People would do homeschool, and they teach kids the right way to live, not the way that the nutcases want them to live. Enough of that. Blood pressure's going up. Well, it's what I did for a living, honey. You wouldn't be living in this if I didn't do this. So be thankful. I could be serving pig swill to out of work cub masters at the VFW if I wasn't doing that. Probably, if I didn't do radio, I definitely would have been roasting a chicken on a coat hanger behind the 7-Eleven while this one here danced the fandango to some out of work software salesman. Go back to your thing. Appreciate that. I'm so proud of it. Yes, you're a good dad. You are. And the fact that you homeschooled them shows that you are a good dad. And they'll grow up to be good kids because they were taught by a good guy, not by some stranger feeding them the wrong information that you don't know what they're teaching them. Unless you're sitting in that classroom with your kids, you don't know what those lefty teachers are teaching them. And they're not teaching them good things. So all you people that have children, I would, if I had younger children, I would say, teacher, I'm coming in. I'm going to be coming in for the next month. I'm going to sit in class with you, and don't tell me I can't, because I'm paying your salary and I'm paying your principal. So I'm going to sit in this class. I want to hear what crap is coming out of your mouth. Because if I don't like what's coming out of your mouth, I'm going to drag you out of here by your dreadlocks out into the streets, because you're not teaching my kids the wrong way to live. Because that's going to affect them for the rest of their lives and their children and their children's children. Got to step up, folks. Step up. Ozzy, exactly. But too many parents could care less. As long as their kids aren't bothering them. Bingo, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Ozzy's got it. That's right. They're too busy. Oh, I got to have my nails done. Buffy, let's go have our nails and toes did today. Let's get rid of the kids. Get rid of the kids. And they shuffle them off to school. The babysitter, basically, is a daycare center for socialists. And then they wonder why their kids turn out to be nutcases or psycho killers. Well, Johnny was a good boy. He was so quiet. He was making bombs in the basement. You never even checked on him. South Carolina, great state. Yes, it is. A little blue, but still a great state. A little blue for me. Thank God Tennessee's a red state. Yeah, these guys are something up here. I respect them, They have their heads. They know what way to go. They're good people up here, good country folk, and I like that. I applaud them for standing up and being American. Very tough to do in this day and age. Doug says, I have to go, folks. Have a great night. Definitely my kind of chat. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate that. And I know sometimes she gives me the look, because I can see her in the, in the screen, even if she looks at me, and she goes, he's going off on the deep end. And I used to get sued all the time for this. I'm only barely scratching the surface of the way I used to talk, because sometimes I go way, way over to the other side, and I could see I called it the bat phone. It was just out of camera view because I did my show on TV as well. And I could see the bat phone. And I knew who that was. That was my attorney. Matt McCormick. And he goes, what'd you do? I go, you're calling me. What did I do? He goes, well, according to 200 or 300 people that just called up, you offended them. And I said, tell them to get over it. They don't like it. The dial goes both ways. Goes left, it goes right. If you don't like me, shut me off. Oh, but they said, oh, see there, she's doing it again. I'd have to pay some sort of fine. But I got my point across, because the next day would be devoted to those people that acted like buttheads. And I would...
he would say, so, what did Jeff did this time?
What did he do this day? He says, you got your checkbook ready? And I go, okay. The check, yes, I do. Dan the Mountain lawyer had you on. Yeah, I had a special. Matt was. I think I paid for his yacht.
It's not a good feeling at all.
No. She got to witness a lot of the stuff I did while I was still on radio, because I was still on the air quite a bit. And if you look at within the last 3 videos, the intro and the outro, at the very end of the intros, you'll see my last day on the air. I videotaped that my last day in the studio, and I had kind of a solemn look on my face, but that was the last time that I videotaped myself or spoke on the air. And it's that last 3 to 5 seconds, and you can see the inside of the studio, and it was a nice place. It was really a nice swanky place. It was wonderful. It was a lot of fun. Did a lot of fun things there. David says, there's comic book expo here. I bet that'd be fun. Emmy's going with me to hunt some toys. I bet you'll find them. Also, there's sports card show. Go to look for some of the stuff like Bo Jackson, Mark McGuire, 80s stuff. Get there early, David. Get there early, because early bird gets that worm. You got to get up early and get in that door early, because the good stuff will be gone. Washington, D.C. had a bad place for a long time. It drained the swamp. I want to take her to Washington, D.C. I want to take her to the Smithsonian Museum and the Museum of Natural History. Beautiful places, but you got to be there for at least a week in order to go through the museum, because it's so huge, so vast, and there's so much to see. It's not just something you can walk through in an afternoon. It's not like walking through Pigeon Forge. It's a place of learning. It's a place for observing and meditating and really going through history. It's a wonderful place. You get a chance to go up to Washington, D.C. to the museum and try to get as much in as you can. There's so much to see up there. Dan says, time to go back to work. Oh, you're at work. You're not doing a show. Dan. Dan. I'm sorry, guy. You'll get to do your show and cook something silly. Yeah, thank you. Dan, thank you for stopping by. I enjoy all you people who come on our show. Very much. Very much. But Bob, I was saying, and Bob was instrumental all about the Smokies, because I know he uses a GoPro 8, completely skidded and turned off the road on this conversation. And that's why I bought one, because it has everything I need and then some. And I just couldn't see myself jumping to a GoPro 9. Just couldn't see wasting that kind of money. It's still too new, and I don't need it. I don't. It's good if you have the money to throw at it. Fine. That's okay. Enjoy. Get the best you can. Do that. But I just need it for YouTube and to do some stuff. And I want something that's reliable. Now I've got plenty of GoPros. I might get one more. so that I complete the set. You must complete your collection. I forgot which museum has a stuffed lions and the story behind the ghost of the dark. There's the Museum of Natural History, and then there's the Hayden Planetarium, and then there's, of course, the Museums of Science. I forget. There's so many museums just in that one packed area. It's stuffed lions. I'm trying to think where that was. The story behind the ghost in the darkness. Oh, you got me on that one, David. I don't know. It's definitely a place the kids would love. If you want to take a drive, and it's really not that far away from where you are, and it's well worth it. Oh, well worth it. Just stay out of the outskirts. Just stay in Washington D.C. Don't even step over the line. I mean, literally, it's a circle. And did you know that the Washington D.C. is basically set up as a pentagram? You probably don't know that, and that the
Probably they saw it in the Angels and Demons.
yeah, if you
Movie.
watch the movie
Movie.
Angels and Demons with what's it?
Jeff got bad news. I'll email you.
All right, thank you. Go ahead. I can't think of his name now. Anyway, it's all based on Illuminati and mysticism and stuff. But just stay in the Washington D.C. area where the museums are, and it's days and days and days. Literally, you can go from morning till night each day and not see the same thing twice, not even close. I remember walking. I was so tired. I was really young at that point, and it's like, man, when does this place stop? It was floor after floor after floor after floor.
Get the cell phone.
Oh, there you go. Field Museum in Chicago. Field Museum. I don't think I've been to that one. I wouldn't be going to Chicago right now, but you're going there, aren't you? Just be careful there, okay? Be very careful there. Chicago's got one of the highest crime rates right now, and they don't discriminate on who they go after there. It's this crazy place. It's not just the bad neighborhoods; it's all over now. That's because we have no law and order. We have nobody in charge. We have a madman, an old man, eating oatmeal and thinking that he's king. And it's only going to get worse. That's where the lions are. So that's why I couldn't remember it from being in Washington D.C. I do know they got the dinosaurs in the museums up there. Wow, they have so many dinosaurs there, fully put together all over the place. Just floors of those, and then you go into the Paleo Man and the Woodland Man. There's just so much there. I enjoy it so much. I'm not going anywhere near Chicago. Next time we leave Charleston, we're coming back to Pigeon Forge. That's a smart man right there, David. Come to Pigeon Forge. I forget who emailed me, but they said, because we just did the video on the Knoxville. And I knew Knoxville had its crime problems. I knew that there's some really bad areas there, and there's some really good areas there. There's some really wealthy areas, and then there's some really not wealthy areas. And unfortunately, they are almost like right next to each other. But he gave me the statistics that he got from the internet, that the crime rate is, I'm trying to remember, I think it's, I can't remember now. I don't want to say the wrong one, but it was pretty high. The crime rate has gotten really bad up in the Knoxville area, especially the bad areas. You just don't go into the bad areas, just like in New York City. You know better. You stay out of Bedford-Stuyvesant. You stay out of the slums. You don't go into the bad areas. You stay on the main roads, Never go down dark alleys. Don't listen to your boyfriends or girlfriends. What's down that dark alley down there, honey? Is that a $100 bill I see? No big city. No, I used to work in the cities, and I hated. I enjoyed watching people. That was one of the reasons why I loved working in the city, because when I wasn't working and I had time off, which I did in between shows, I would go out and watch people. I'd sit. I remember specifically sitting at the across the street. There was the Union Station and Statler Hilton right across the street, and they had these lions up there at the Union Station. I'd sit right below the lines on the steps and just watch the freaks go by. And it couldn't have been every 3 to 5 minutes a freak would go by. It was just a sideshow. It was a carnival of freaks that would be going by, and I watched it. It was entertainment for me. Those days are over. Now I don't, I'm too old to be sitting on concrete. My hip hurts. I think my hip hurts. We were laughing about last night. We're going to break a hip walking around some of these places we went, like the sinks and stuff like that. Old lady here, Her Majesty, the Queen.
What?
We tried to go hiking somewhere, and she says, "Oh, slow down, Sonny." And I'm 20 years older than you. Slow down, Sonny. We had fun hiking the other day at the sinks. That's really great. Bob, I don't know if you're still on with us. Have you been to the sinks yet? Up there in the mountains. It's really not far away. Not far away from this cabin. I didn't realize how close it was. I used to... I'm so stupid sometimes. I really am such a jerk. I would take the long way. I didn't know that it's right down the street, and I would go all the way down into Townsend. I'd go all the way down and make a left and then go all the way around. I go, this is a long drive, and I find out it's 6 miles just past the cabin. But it was fun, and you'll see the video on that. I haven't downloaded. I mean, I've got it. It's on the computer, but I haven't done anything with it. It's just raw video. But that's the way it is. Well, it is the top of the hour. And I'm going to cut it now. It's Friday night. I had a lot of fun with you guys. I enjoyed it. I love doing this show. I know this one, the silly one, does too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's emailing. She's typical emailing and stuff like that. But anyway, thank you for joining us tonight. I had a lot of fun. And we'll do it Sunday night. We'll do a weekend review. Sunday, let you know what we're doing over the weekend. I'm going out getting more video and show you more stuff. And Charlie, check out, and I'll be putting some pictures of the cars in there. And for anybody interested, want to see my last day in radio, you can see the last 5 seconds of it. That was it. And when I shut that camera off, that was it. I got up out of that chair and I left. And that was it. And I never looked back. But until Sunday, you going to wave? Go bye-bye? Bye-bye, and we'll see you Sunday. Wave again. You can finish typing. Wave. I got to click out. She's so silly.